right when I go live, they give me like a moderation thing. Moderation for you and your viewers. Choose who can participate, set a delay. Why not? That's like the worst time. Awful, awful time. But it is what it is. But welcome back to Fantasy Blitz. We are back from absence of lines for last week. Time off, not really much going around in the NFL. But we had the NFL schedule release, so we will be looking at the just as of recent, who's the opening game, some just good like looking into the future of like, oh, I bet that game, it might be week 15, and it's the Chiefs for I don't know what week it is, but Chiefs Bills, like both teams are looking to be pretty good this year, so whenever they meet each other down that road, like how much of stake is in that game. So just kind of looking ahead in that sort of way. All preseason stuff is just giving opinions and just seeing what people think and whether you agree or disagree. And then there's rankings, which we have some rookie rankings for this year, just for fantasy. All skill position players, of course, just because it's fantasy. I had to move some guys around because, like even right now I'm looking at this, but that's truly because how did I forgot? But I forgot to add this guy in there, and I went to move him down. Or did I move the guy up? Just depending on how you see it. But yeah, so far 0 people in the chat, but that's okay. Hopefully some more people come on through. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure I put it, public. Because last time I just kept doing like unlisted. But I don't think that's what the case was this time. I'm pretty sure I moved it to public. All right, one second, viewer. And then we. Oh, there we go. All right, we're all good. It's all good. Cool beans. All right, so I think I'm going to start with the rookie rankings first. And just kind of go over what I think these guys will be better throughout the season. Whether it's, Ashton Jeanty at 1. Or, Quinshon Judkins maybe later. I just think these guys will have some fantasy impact. But these are the guys I think will have, like, the better impacts. Will Edwards says we are live. Shout out to Will. I asked him to see if we were live. And he checked. Appreciate it, Will. Thank you so much. But we'll start off with number 1. Just spoiled it for you. Ashton Jeanty, I think number 1 clearly. I just think it's the match made in heaven. That's the only way to go about this draft for the Raiders because they needed a skill position player, and I think they got the best one at their position. You know what I'm saying? Like Travis Hunter, great guy. Phenomenal dual talent. Cam Ward, I think, is the best quarterback, but I think, honestly, like, Ashton Jeanty might be the best player at his position that is the best. I don't know how to explain it more so, but, so I got Ashton Jeanty at 1. Then Cam Ward at 2. I think that he can really make that weird offense of Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, and Tajay Spears just work out in some sort of way. And I think he's just a smart, efficient quarterback, and in the NFL, that could never really go wrong. Not Jack says hi. Hi, Not Jack. How are you? Number 3. This one, after comparing to some other lists out there, this guy's pretty high for those lists, but we don't follow that, all right? I got Emeka Egbuka at number 3, the wide receiver for the Buccaneers, coming out of Ohio State, and I just think he will have, like, such a solid first year as a rookie that, like, for Baker Mayfield, he won't have to always worry about where's Mike Evans. I know Chris Godwin was hurt last year, but it was always where's Mike Evans. But now with Emeka, I think he's going to get just more open than a lot of people, including myself, even for him at number 3, than we think. Because then if you have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, he's going to have – Emeka's already, I think, an NFL-ready player. But Emeka's going to have to face the cornerback 3 or just one of the lower guys, not lower guys, but just, on the depth chart. So I think it's really going to work out for Emeka. That's why I got him at 3. And also Baker Mayfield's quarterback, which is phenomenal. Snowfort says the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl. Interesting. J.J. McCarthy is your quarterback, but we will see. He hasn't played a snap. But I'm totally down to see that. A Vikings Super Bowl, that'd be kind of lit. Will Edwards says Baker's going to make him work for sure. I agree. He's a talented receiver, and Baker's an incredible quarterback, so it's got to work out. Number 4, I got Tyler Warren, the tight end for the Colts. Wasn't the first tight end selected, and he's not the only tight end on this list. Spoiler alert. But I think he's just going to fit really well with whoever the quarterback is. Like, they already have a solid, like, ish wide receiver core. It's not the best in the league, but it is solid enough, I believe, for them to go get Tyler Warren. Like, they're comfortable with their wide receivers, so now we need to go get another offensive threat. No tight end for them, but now they have Tyler Warren, who I think is just also one of the better players in the draft. Number 5, we have Omarion Hampton, running back out of the Chargers. Yes, the Chargers did sign Najee Harris, but Najee Harris could still be kind of bad. We talked about this 2 weeks ago, and it's just he could still suck. He could still really be bad, and I don't know. I'm not there entirely with Najee Harris being sold, so I would draft honestly now Omarion Hampton over Najee Harris way before, just because of the potential that's there. He's got some speed on him. Najee Harris is not really fast compared to some of these other guys in the league. So I just think having Omarion Hampton potentially take that spot puts him at such a threat for that I can put him at 5. Number 6, we have Tatoria McMillan, wide receiver out of the Panthers. Honestly, I for a while I really did think he was the best receiver in the draft. But then just more thoughts about, like, where did he play? Who did he play against? But he is still, I think, going to be really solid because the Panthers do need receivers. He's a very talented receiver. I think he could work out with him and Bryce Young just because there's a lack of talent, and he provides that. Number 7, we have Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of the Packers. The speed on him, I think, is going to be really great. Don't know how he's going to do against NFL elite cornerbacks, but I do think his speed will help him out a bunch. Number 8, we have Luther Burden, wide receiver for the Chicago Bears. I think this was a great pick, too, especially in the second round, and addressing some more, like, they need some more offensive help, it seemed, last year, but they still have a solid wide receiver core, but it's just like, all right, let's add Luther Burden. That makes it even better. So Luther at 8. Then I got Quinshon Judkins at 9 just because of the whole Nick Chubb thing going around, and I think Quinshon's a talented running back. The Browns need any sort of offensive help because they don't even know who the quarterback is. But their pass game is kind of taken care of, I think, if their quarterback is solid enough, just because they do have David Njoku and they have Amari Cooper. So it does seem well for me. And then at number 10, sorry, the laptop's going. Number 10, I put Colston Loveland because it's the Bears. I know they have Cole Kmet, but same deal. Like, Colston Loveland has the first couple weeks of just showing that he's more efficient than Cole Kmet. And I have no doubt in my mind that Ben Johnson would just want to switch over to the rookie that's showing promising skills and promising plays to continue on with him. So that rounds up the top 10. Now let's move on to the week 1. I guess we'll go real quick through the well, not real quick. We got time, but it's just there's 18 weeks to go by. So let's see. Will Edwards says, last 2 times the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, they played Jacksonville week 1. Guess who their first game is? Don't tell me the Panthers are playing the Jags. If that's in the NFL script, I'll be upset. The Panthers? What? Are you for real? That's disgusting. I can say that because I'm a Falcons fan, but you know. All right, so week 1, we have Dallas at Philadelphia. That's going to be on Thursday, September 4th. And then Friday, we have the Kansas City versus Los Angeles game, Chargers. That's in Brazil, so that's why it's a big game, too. It's on Friday. I guess NFL did this last year, too. They want to have, like, a week of football, which I'm for. It's just, I don't know, Friday night football seems a little odd. Just a little odd. All right, and then we have, I'd say both games, like for Sunday night and Monday night. I'll kind of skip over the Thursday night games, and it's like it's an absolute heater. But for this week, or for week 1, it's Baltimore at Buffalo. Great game. I'm not going to give predictions because, I mean, you can, but I'm just not going to do that. That's the better of the game because the Monday night game is Minnesota at Chicago. But I can still think J.J. McCarthy's first – I'm getting ahead of myself. J.J. McCarthy's first game is on Monday Night Football at Chicago. All right, let's see what you got. All right, week 2, if this would ever load. Oh, boy, I wasn't expecting it to be slow in loading. Whatever. I'm on the same Wi-Fi. This makes no sense. Is it going to be that slow every time? Might have to find a better list. All right. So the Sunday night game, Atlanta at Minnesota. That's a pretty good one because I saw it was Penix versus McCarthy. It's the rematch of the national championship. So That's something to look out for. And then we have the double header for Monday night: Tampa Bay at Houston, and then Los Angeles at Las Vegas. Those are pretty solid. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's too slow. Let's just find a web. There's got to be a website that has all of the NFL primetime games. The 7. I don't want to see for just the Chiefs. Hold me now. Oh man. You gotta love when your laptop is just. Yep. What are we doing? All right. You know what? Look at that. All right, we're just going to do NFL.com's top 10 primetime games. Yeah, we're feeding into the propaganda, but that's okay. We just got to see what happens here. All right, top 10 games. Is it going to be 10-1? Because that's no fun. Bar. All right, so I guess it's just 10 games because it doesn't have a ranking here. So we have, oh, they do, as of the ranking of 10. The Packers at Steelers, Week 8. That's Sunday Night Football. October 26th. I like that game. I guess they're really hoping for Aaron Rodgers to sign with the Steelers. I don't know, I guess. All right, so then we got... Oh, what? Was that an honorable mention? What? All right, this is apparently top 10. Gotta do your research before. That's on me. Sorry, folks. Glory, glory, Man United. You already know, Mabel John. Come on. I'm doing this during the Chelsea game to show, if anything, that I gotta commit to the craft. You really do. Gotta be better at that. All right. So they're saying the top one is, or top 10, at 10, Dallas at Philly for the first game of the week. And then week 5, really? The Chiefs at the Jaguars, week 5. Well, okay, they must expect the Jags to have a pretty good start. That's interesting. All right, well, Travis Hunter time for sure. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Denver Broncos. That is week 4, Monday Night Football. A little rematch of that crazy game from last year. Week 7, we have the Eagles at the Packers. Or ranked 7, sorry, week 10. That's Monday Night Football. A little rematch of the Brazil game from last year. And the NFC wildcard game. Pretty good. I like that game. Especially that's at Green Bay. I love when they play at Green Bay. Any primetime game. Those are just so much fun. Number 6, week 17 of the Broncos at Chiefs. Again, what I was saying earlier, like these type of games have real big implications on them because you're just going to assume that the Broncos are going to do well this year. The Chiefs are going to do well this year. Are they fighting for the AFC West? Are they that title on that week? Are they fighting for seeding? What's it going to look like? And that's on Christmas Day, Thursday. Week 6, which is ranked number 5 for this game, we have the Bears going to the Commanders. Oh, the rematch of the game that started the downfall for the Bears, the Hail Mary. That's on Monday night. And then week 2, we have the Chargers at the Raiders. All right, little divisional rivalry. I can get behind that. It's a Monday night game. That's part of the doubleheader. Week 8, Monday Night Football with the Commanders at the Chiefs. So we got 2 Jaden McDaniels primetime games, which I'm totally for. Maybe it's a battle of the old. Well, that's crazy to call it Patrick Mahomes old, but the new and the newer, I guess. So that's Monday Night Football. Week 2, great one here. What everyone thought was going to be the NFC Championship. Detroit Lions at Philly. Maybe some trolling from the Philly side, even though I don't think, well, yeah, they would. They would do it to anybody. So that's a Sunday night game. I can get behind those. Question in the chat, do you like Sunday night or Monday night games more? Let me know. Oh, and of course, the number 1 game, the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills. Week 1, Sunday Night Football. Yeah, it's got to be the best game so far. Can the Ravens get the revenge? Can the Bills own up to, being the Ravens and then continue being the Ravens and having a good start to the year? Just a lot of hype behind that. And also behind the 2 MVP contenders. That's what I'm saying right there. Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. So we'll see for sure. Very, very excited for this year. A lot of good primetime games. And I think, man, this rookie class is going to be something else. It really is, just because there's a lot of talent. The athleticism is off the charts. Lots of good fitting for these players on their teams. So I just, especially on the defensive side, which in Fantasy Blitz we don't really talk about too much. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I've got some news next week about the channel. Very not small news, but type of news. But I'll make a post about it as well, so y'all don't miss the show next week. But that's it. We got 15 minutes going. That's all right. A little short show. That's what happens when it's the preseason. And then when it's regular season, it's like, can I keep it under an hour? Just because there's so much. But that's it for the show today. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Like, I love doing this. God bless me with this channel. So I hope I can do well with it. But y'all are the best. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Who's your primetime pick of the year? Who's your best rookie for fantasy this year? Let me know, and I'll reply. I'll see y'all later. As always, God bless, be kind, and peace.